All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Finally caught this trade after sitting around all session. Literally, I have no idea what this PA is. I'm not gonna lie, and I got pretty lucky with this win too. You can see executions are right here, and I didn't even get exited when I wanted to. I only ended up making 362 on my accounts. It was my TP was supposed to be like 600 bucks, but yeah, I ended up. I didn't even have time to set my take profit. I'll go through it though. So. Oh, and if you guys are watching this right now, Alpha is 50% off. So if you guys you have to use code LukeX50. So make sure to add a 50 at the end, and then you'll get 50% off any of the accounts. So, okay, coming into the day, I was leaning bearish. We were trading in this daily bearish gap. On top of that, on the 4 hour, we were super extended. You could see how many bullish candles we've had, and we were rejecting. Going over to the 1 hour, we had swept out these highs. We did leave this data wick, but I like. In hindsight, everyone's going to say, oh, the data wick was the draw. But, like, let's be real. Like, we're shifting down. We had a 1 hour inverse. We have draws and liquidity lower. It would make more sense for us to push lower first before going to that data wick. Let's just be honest. Everyone in hindsight is going to say that. But, like, anyway, market opens up. We're continuing to respect this 30-minute, this 15-minute bearish gap. I'm looking for shorts. But as you can see, market opens up and just starts pushing up. So I don't long here because at the end of the day, I want to see a continuation, if anything. So I want to see price come up, pull into a gap, and then go. From there, we start rejecting. And then we get this huge candle to the downside, but we have these 3-minute gaps. So I'm thinking, is this going to support price and push us higher? So we get this 1 minute close right here. I don't even enter. I honestly just missed it. It's just the next candle just started taking off of it. So I didn't get that. And then from here, we just kind of were being weird. So I just decided to wait for the news. We had already taken out the 930 low. As you can see, we left this 931 wick, but it's not really as strong as a draw as it, like, compared to like the pure like 930 candle. This wouldn't have been a bad short right here. But I just personally didn't take it. I was like, I'll wait for the news. So we end up kind of chopping to the upside. 10 a.m. puts in this 10 a.m. low, and I was thinking we were getting an open high and then push lower. But we end up just chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping, and it's just ridiculous at this point. So at this, I didn't even want to just force shorts because at this point we're so close to that data high, we're probably going to go to it, right? So what happens? Price, if you pull from here to here, you can see we came back and we respected equilibrium. We don't tap into any gaps, but as you can see, we get an SMT off that 10 a.m. low. You can see NQ fails to take it out. ES actually sweeps out that 10 a.m. data low. Technically, it was red folder news, so we get an SMT. So at this point, we have a bullish SMT. We clearly want higher because the price is just slowly chopping higher. Obviously, ideally, I would want shorts here to run through all this LR. But with how stupid price action is, you kind of have to think the opposite. So we get that SMT. I see the candles just getting smaller and smaller, and this is where discretion kicks in. We get this 1 minute inversion right here. It was a small inversion. I didn't really care about the inversion. But we get this 1 minute close right here. And obviously, I don't know, was that the highest time? There was a 2 minute gap, but I was not waiting. I just had confidence at this point. I'm like, we have an SMT. The draw's got to be higher. We have this break even. I don't care. I'm just taking this. So we get this candle closure. We close with a strong body. We do get a bit of a top wick, which I didn't like because it happened at the last second. But anyway, enter there. I think I got filled a bit higher, actually. Like 75 or 76. I had my stop like right here around like 31 points, and I was targeting this data high. So basically what happened was price starts pushing up, and I'm starting to set my stop loss here because you have to set them on trade evade. I couldn't drag it, right? So I'm dragging my stop, and then out of nowhere this candle just starts pushing like crazy. So ideally I would have had my take profit at this high right here. It would have been right there, but I didn't have time to set it, so I had to manually close and ended up getting exited like around here. So the trade was only about 1.44, or I missed out on like 26 extra points, which is unfortunate. So I would have made a good bit more, but it is what it is. We still catch a win. We secure a nice winning day regardless. I made like I said, I made only 362 on all my accounts, which is kind of annoying because it should have been, like I said, around like 600 bucks or I don't know, something like that. But anyway, running through it again, clearly the draw at this point has to be that data high, and this was from 8:45. So we get that SMT off that 10 a.m. low. As you can see, NQ fails to take it out. ES takes it out. Therefore, we're looking for a rotation back up. I'm still bullish at this point because clearly we don't want lower. So we get this nice displacement close, 1 minute inversion, entry there. and I just get manually closed here. Again, I ideally wanted to hold up here, but get exited there, and yeah, about a 1.4 hour trade or so. So that's it for me, guys. Again, code LukeX50 for 50% off at Alpha Futures, and that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.